Next week, we'll be discussing Casablanca from 1942. Tom, how was your watch?
I don't remember the first time I saw this movie. I was a kid. I watched it again on the computer. What's interesting about watching it again as an adult is that the first time I saw it, the impression was this is one of the greatest films of all time. It has a very high ranking on the American Film Institute's list of 100 greatest movies, etc. However, this movie is a really fun melodrama. And so my impression watching it again was, now that we're at the 80th anniversary of this film's release, is that this movie does not it isn't serviced by the hype that it's given, by the sort of pedestal upon which it's placed as one of these great movies. I think many movies we've done on this podcast have actually been a lot better than Casablanca. However, it is such a tremendously good time. It is so much fun. All of
Mhm.
these characters kind of bubble with energy and with these kind of great quotes and these kind of great circumstances that come out of it, that you really almost wish the hype didn't exist to put it on this pedestal, because the movie
Mhm.
is such a fun time that greatness I think really does hurt it. Ben, how was your first impression?
I also don't remember exactly when I saw this the first time. I know I was a teenager. This was one of the first realizations for me that you can have an interesting black and white movie. Because I just didn't think those existed when I was a kid. I'm like, oh, this one actually was good. Like, so it's great, and this remains, just one of my top three favorite movies of all time. I just so happened to watch it with my girlfriend like 3 weeks ago before I even remembered that I was coming on here. And then I watched it today at work, kind of a second screen. I have some downtime at my job doing video editing, with rendering and stuff. So I'm able to kind of just like have it to the side kind of as a refresher. There are some movies that feels like, I can just like listen to it and I know what's going on. Having said that, please cut all this if I don't do well today. But no, I just like I love just like having on in the background. So yeah, the last time I watched it was on a computer today. And KJ, how was your watch?
So, guys, my first introduction to Casablanca was on the Great Movie Ride in Disney World in what was called
Oh,
MGM Studios. You guys know it?
No.
I do. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. It's great. You get on a ride, you go through the Wizard of Oz, you go through Alien, the alien jumps out at you. It might take your host guy. And then as you get to the end, they're at the plane and he's talking to, what's her name? Uh, Igmund
Elsa?
Elsa, yeah, Igmund Bergman. Yeah, so that was my introduction to Casablanca. That's all I knew for a while. And then a few years ago, I downloaded it. Like Tom was saying, everybody says this is the greatest movie ever. This or Citizen Kane, you gotta watch it. They're not wrong, but like Tom said, I don't worry about that. Just enjoy the movie. It's
Mm-hmm.
really good. And then maybe a year ago or so, my mom texted and said a theater by us was putting it on the big screen. So my wife Rachel and my mom and I went and saw it in
Cool.
theaters. That was a lot of fun to see it with the crowd. And then I watched it again for the show. So audience, if you haven't seen Casablanca, do yourself a favor. Find just one of your favorite snacks or whatever, and go and enjoy this movie. It is great. How about you, Nick? How was your watch?
You're going to be shocked, but my first watch was for this episode, which is
Nice.
crazy. It's been on my list forever and ever and ever. I know the reference at the end with her getting on the plane. I knew nothing about this film, which was great. I don't know how I didn't know. I didn't understand why they were in Casablanca, what time frame this happened. I knew nothing. So this was like reading a new book for the first time, just knowing that, hey, people said, hey, this is a book you should probably read, you know? And it's great when you watch a movie that you know is super hyped but still enjoy it. So I'm on board with everybody else here. I really wanted to talk about this film, and I'm looking forward to doing so next week. But yeah, this is, I mean, hype train or not, you got to watch it.
Casablanca is available on HBO Max at the time of this recording.
There we go.
Nice.
Tom, you love that, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
How
I
did it
feel like I
know?
could have had a living doing little things like that.
Right? You just have to be discovered.
Yes. Casablanca is on HBO at the
Mm.
time of this recording.